I just discovered my husband of 9 years has children. I think, we're all thinking the number one question here. Did your husband know for the last 9 years that he had children? This story came in January of 2014. I can't even wrap my head around what is happening right now. I'm gonna try and be as rational as possible. The background. We met 13 years ago and we fell madly in love. We still are what everyone calls the perfect couple. And up until the other night, I believed it. We talk openly and honestly. I thought, about everything. That might be answering my question. We are best friends, we have amazing sex, travel twice a year, and we have made an amazing home together. We don't have any children, something we decided before getting married for various reasons. We were both happy with the decision because we have such a great life, just us, the 3 cats, and the dog. I've been nothing but thrilled with our relationship and the life that we have built. When we met, I knew that he had an ex-wife. He didn't like talking about her, but I know that she was pretty awful, emotionally abusive, controlling, and I think even a bit physically abusive too. She had an affair leading up to their divorce. She really did a number on him, and he was single a long time until he started dating again, which was me. I've always sensed that there was something he couldn't quite tell me. He's always a cheerful guy around people and even with me, but once I heard him crying in the shower, and sometimes I'll come into a room and he will just be staring at a wall, looking completely depressed. When I talk to him, he'll say something sweet, like he was thinking about what his life would be if he had never met me or if he lost me. I thought it was weird because I don't think like that, but I believed him because why wouldn't I? Then the truth comes out. Last weekend, we were at his family's house for a big get-together. They do this all the time. He usually drinks when he's with his brother, but this time he was really putting them back. Normally, he's a really happy, friendly drunk. This time, he was argumentative and standoffish. I let him be and was hanging out with my sister-in-law for ages. When I went looking for him, he was in the basement with his brother. The steps down are behind the couch that they were sitting on. I heard them talking as I was going down, and my husband was saying things like, 18, man? Dang, and stuff about missing so much. His brother was confronting him. When I made my presence known, I wasn't even down the stairs yet, not trying to eavesdrop. My husband got mad like I've never seen him. He was telling me to go back upstairs and leave him alone. I was really hurt, having never been talked to like that. I did go back up for a while until my brother-in-law said that he was going to sleep it off there and that he will just see me in the morning. He finally comes home after 11 a.m., very unwell, and is apologetic, saying that he needs to have a serious talk. I had been up all night last night freaking out. I know it seems weird, but we've never been apart at night. I think he's having an affair, wants a divorce, etc. He told me that he had 2 children with his ex-wife. What? The son was 5 and daughter was 2 when they got divorced. When the ex-wife decided to marry the guy that she was having an affair with, she asked that my husband give up his rights and let her new husband adopt them. He said she threatened and manipulated him until he agreed. The story was really long, but that's the idea. We talked the whole day, but I just can't understand. The children are not children anymore. The girl just turned 18. It was her birthday that night that he got so drunk, and the son is 21. He wants to contact them now that they are grown and can get in touch with them without having to go through the mother. I don't know if that's even a good idea. How could he give up his children? How could he allow someone so unstable to raise them? How could he lie to me for 13 years? It might be selfish, but I'm more upset about that. His family obviously knew, and I'm super close with them. I don't know if I can trust him to lie about something so big for so long. He said it's because he was deeply ashamed. I don't think that's good enough. What now? I can't even imagine trying to process that information. All parts, the children, the fact you gave them up, the fact that mom, who was apparently abusive, is raising them, the fact you lied to me. I don't even know where to start with the processing. The first update came a week later. It's been a pretty crazy week and a half, and I just wanted to share with those of you that read my story. I've been dealing with a lot of anger towards the situation. I can't say I'm over it, but really, it's only been about a week and a half. We have talked, and while I still don't agree with his decision on keeping me in the dark, I am trying to accept it. The whole giving up his kids thing makes me uncomfortable, and I haven't gotten much more of an explanation, but I can't even begin begin to put myself in that situation, so I take his word that he did what he had to. I talked to his family as well. They didn't know too much about the situation because he and the wife lived on the other side of the country. The wife didn't really like visiting them, and they were only invited over once after the children were born. It wasn't a pleasant holiday, and all the family felt very uncomfortable. Apparently, they were not made to feel welcome by her. After my finding out about my husband's children, he felt like now he can make real efforts into trying to find them. The one main thing holding him back was not wanting to do something like this behind my back, and he was so afraid of telling me. I'm sure there's a lot more to the story too that we don't know right now from this Reddit post, like with him and the ex and that time of their lives and what was going on there. I'm not going to pretend to know all that because we don't. So he did some proper researching on Facebook, not just in that area that he left them, but the whole country. He had to weed through a lot of people, even contact a few that weren't right, but he found the girl and she replied. They spoke on the phone. They talked a long time, and here's what he learned. His son, oh no, is in prison on substance-related charges. He is 1 year in on a 3-year sentence. She has a 2-year-old and is pregnant at 18 years old. Neither of the baby's fathers are in the picture. She did not finish high school. She doesn't even remember the guy that her mom married after my husband because he left them early on. The mom was a single mother with men in and out all the time. Real losers. The kids were always told that their daddy didn't want them. When they would be bad, the mom would say, "See, this is why daddy left you." Her mom and her live together. Neither of them work. The mom is a drunk and sounds like a mean one. Wow. This story truly is just getting harder to process. My husband is really depressed about how things worked out for them. He wonders what would have happened if he would have fought for them. He offered to meet with the daughter. She wasn't too eager, but didn't say that she was against it. More of a, yeah, one day maybe kind of thing. She did ask for money though. He sent her $5,000 a few days ago. Yesterday, she called looking for more, saying that she had to pay off her debt and now needs some money for the baby. He feels so bad about everything, so he's going to send the same amount again. I have a feeling it's never going to stop. We are successful people and we have the money, but I feel like he will be taken advantage of. It'll always be for the baby, and I don't see him ever being able to say no. When his son is out, is he going to expect the same thing? Is this something that he should be doing to make up for the mistakes? I don't want to be a horrible person here, but the whole thing makes me uncomfortable. I didn't sign up for kids and grandkids, and now our money is going to them. Wow, that's a lot. The next update came 2 weeks later. Things have spiraled out of control. I can't believe how fast this is all happening. I mentioned in some comments last time about how I convinced my husband to not send any more money to his daughter without even meeting her. That there were better means of handling the situation, and he agreed and he told his daughter. I was around while he was on the phone with her and did hear parts of the conversation. He actually blamed me for the change of plan, and I could tell that he was desperately trying to be the good guy, which after everything I can understand. She got angry, yelled at him, and cried for a long time. When things calmed down, he said that he was happy to go see her as soon as possible, take her shopping, stock her up on nappies, formula, food for her, whatever she needed. She said that it would be a lot easier to just transfer the money again and that she would go get it. Thankfully, he stood his ground. I understand that would be so weird to be like, you don't want to even meet me, but you're willing to take like all my money? That would be a weird feeling. But also, he is feeling the abandonment. She's probably feeling the abandonment. Oh, it's just all weird. This is a very complicated situation. And as we know, what is it, you guys? I'm not qualified. I am not qualified for the situation. Do not put me in, coach. She eventually relented and he booked a flight out last weekend. He went out on his own, which I thought was the right thing to do. I barely heard anything until he got back. That was a bit odd because we are always in contact, even during our working hours. He got home on Sunday night. He was there from Saturday afternoon to Sunday evening, staying at a hotel. That night, it was like prying teeth to try and get anything out of him. He was in a horrible mood. The next day, I found out the whole story. His daughter and ex are living in squalor. They have a tiny basement flat where the daughter and baby sleep in the one bedroom and the mom sleeps on the couch. The place is filled filthy, tiles missing in the ceilings, paint coming off the walls, etc. The mother looks extremely unwell. Her skin is like she's in her 60s, skeleton thin, yellowed eyes, etc. The daughter is morbidly obese. He knew that she was overweight from pictures on Facebook, and he gets the impression that she just lays around the house all day. That would be so painful to see, like, your child's living situation and the mom, and like that's the environment. Like, the ex was surprisingly indifferent towards him. He said as if it was all the fight had gone out of her and she has just given up. She was constantly drinking and smoking, even around the baby. He didn't think their daughter was smoking or drinking while pregnant, or at least not while he was there. He wanted to know what the money had gone to. She explained about back rent, bills, credit cards, etc. He didn't ask to see anything. I think I would have. He took her shopping as promised. There wasn't much room for stocking up, but he got her enough to get her through a fortnight or so. He hired a cleaning service to go there this week. He got her a mattress as hers was moldy, a better crib, linens, all kinds of things to make the place more livable. As for his getting to know her, I felt like it didn't go well, but he didn't want to speak badly about his own daughter. He seemed so conflicted. He wasn't able to visit his son yet, so Monday I learned the whole story, and Tuesday he drops this bombshell on me. He wants to get her out of that situation and away from the mother. He wants her to come live with us. We have a beautiful flat above the garage. It is fully self-contained and we have guests stay there. It's a decent size and a big step up from what he has described. He wants to keep her close rather than renting her an apartment to keep an eye on her. He wants to help her get healthy, go to school, work, all that good stuff. I think it's a really nice thing that he's trying to do. He wants to start moving on it right away so that she can settle in before the baby is born. After sleeping on it, he really wants an answer from me. Yeah, I'm going to need a bit more time. It may be selfish, but I've asked him what my role in this will be. He assures me that my life isn't going to change much, that she will be his responsibility, and that he might just not have as much time to devote to me. We've always been the kind of couple that really enjoys each other's company. I would be willing to accept some less time from him, but I don't want to play grandma. What do you guys think? Is there any way that this situation can work? The more I think about it, I honestly can't see my life without my husband. He really is my other half. I'm still mad at him for the deceit, but I don't think I could actually ever leave him. Taking on a mother and grandfather role, though, is something I really don't want for myself. I mean, if it is possible to have them living on the same property as me and having a relationship with my husband, but me? Would that even work? Or do I just need to suck it up and expand my family? Oh, I am so not qualified. Oh my God. Parents out there and couples, married couples who don't have children, if this just suddenly came about, all of this, like, how do you feel about that? How would you actually handle something like that? How would you come to a decision? Because also you guys didn't want children, so you thought, but then you found out he did have children, and now technically she would be a part of you. You would be taking on some kind of mother role in some degree. Oh, talk about your world being flipped right upside down. I definitely need a sip of water before we continue on, and so do you. All right, it's hydration station. Cheers.
It's every Canadian's favorite time of year. It's roll up the rim season. This is my first one of the year. We're gonna roll it together. I always love when you get a free coffee. That honestly is my favorite. Please play again. I have a feeling I will be seeing a lot more of you this year, but we tried.
The next update came 1 month later. We're now in March of 2014. So it's been about a month now. We're going to counseling twice a week, and we have been fighting 100 times more in the last couple months than in the rest of our 13 years together combined. I was quite firm with him about not letting her move in with us and not sending cash. I thought that we should help her in other ways, like helping her with baby supplies, tuition, counseling. He was pretty adamant on getting her close by. We finally agreed that she and the baby could come visit for a week. He wouldn't mention leaving her to her yet, and it would be a time to get a feel for it and if it could work. He used the whole getting her flat clean and painted as a reason, so pregnant her and the baby didn't have to be around chemicals and paint fumes. She was reluctant and insisted that she would be fine, but she agreed. The mother stayed with her boyfriend. The flat was all set up for her. We borrowed his brother's old baby stuff and baby-proofed the space. I made it a point to be open-minded and not judgmental because I know this girl had a rough upbringing. She arrived on the Saturday, a week before the one passed. My husband picked her up from the airport. They came to the main house first, husband carrying the baby and the suitcase. She hardly mumbled a hi when I greeted her and didn't even look at me. She was looking all over the house with almost a sneer. I was showing her around, and while in the kitchen, before I had a chance to offer something, she opened the fridge. I thought that was strange, but I let it go. She asked, "Where's the Coke?" And when I told her we didn't have any, she let out a huge sigh. My husband told her he wanted to take her shopping to stock her fridge where she is staying, and she said she was tired and she will just give him a list. After this, she goes to her flat to rest. Husband runs off to get a list of junk food that she has given him. He gets her to come for dinner hours later. I made dinner for us that night. I didn't cook like I would for my husband myself because we typically eat very healthy, and I know it's not everyone's tastes. I figure you can't go wrong with meat and 3 vegetables. I was wrong. She looked at the food like I had put roadkill on the table. After much prying about what she prefers, there was a lot of doesn't matter and whatever. She listed off things like sausage rolls, pies, fish, and chips, only takeaway kind of food. My husband offered to get her something, which she accepted. As soon as he left, she said she was going back to her space. I was okay with this. The rest of the week was mostly her being in the flat. Here are some things that happened. I'm trying my best to just list the fact unbiased, but it probably won't come out that way. Here is our point form list. Number 1, screaming baby most nights. My husband went once to see if he could help, and she had headphones on, laying on the bed, and the baby was in the crib with a spoiled nappy. 2, on 2 occasions, the motion lights went on, so I looked outside. A guy went up to her flat. How does she even know anyone here? It wasn't the same guy the 2 times. 3, husband gets takeaway for her every single meal. I tried again to make something she might like fried chicken and chips. She eats it, but said that KFC was better. Next, my husband sat down with her to have a serious talk about her future and how he would help her with schooling and work. She laughed and said, "I'm a mother. That is a job, and school isn't going to help me do that." She firmly believes that she has no duty to make a living to support her family, and that it is perfectly acceptable to live off the dole. She didn't even clean up after herself at all. When he went over to check on her food containers, they were everywhere and it stunk like baby poo. She turned down every attempt to go out and do anything. It was her first time in this city that people come from all over the world to see. She left a hamper of dirty clothes outside my front door. The only thing she didn't have in her flat was laundry. I didn't think she would need it for a week, but she could have asked to use it. I put them back in front of her door, unwashed. Never heard more about it. Then she refused meeting my husband's family, so her grandparents, uncle, aunt, and cousins couldn't meet her. They were really excited to meet her and the baby. She insulted me twice about my lifestyle in the very limited interactions we had, along with snide remarks and not understanding things because I'm not a mother. And I found my husband crying one night after bringing her food. Well, she went home this past weekend. She knows there's an open offer to help her get her life on track with schooling, counseling, finding work, etc. She doesn't want any of it. He was mostly pushing for counseling, hoping that the rest would follow. She thinks it's absolutely ridiculous and will not consider it. She definitely won't be living with us. I'm really happy we did this because at least we are of one mind about it now. She went home to a clean house, not that it'll stay that way. He told her to contact him if she needs anything, but that he's not going to send cash. He will order things online and have them sent to her instead. He had a great time cleaning the flat, a week's worth of dirty nappies. We've had a good week. I think we can finally move past this with the help of our therapist. We have such a great life, and I was afraid that that would come crumbling down. It seems more manageable now. I know there will be more drama to come though. The son is refusing communication. I know a lot of people think I shouldn't forgive the lies, but I've decided to not let this one, although huge, mistake he made outweigh all the wonderful things he does every day. And then she made an edit to her post and said, all right, it's time for me to close up this throwaway account. There were a lot of kind, supportive comments and a lot of harsh but needed advice. But the mean comments on my character are getting to me. I honestly did things to the best of my ability, and I don't see the point of lying and saying that it was a lovely visit. I believe my actions were good enough, even if perhaps my words here weren't. However, what I said here did not have any impact on anyone involved in the situation. I guess I don't have enough skin for the internet, but lesson learned. Cheers. Reddit is a harsh place. If you want some real, honest, harsh advice, you go to Reddit. I am very intrigued to hear what you guys are gonna say about this. And me. I feel like I need perspective, like real life perspective outside of this story, since I can't personally relate to it as parents or in a marriage and this happening. So I'm excited to chat about it. I'll see you there. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.